Aloha. So almost 4 years ago, I went to Mexico and learned a body work technique called Rolfing. And Rolfing is about releasing stuck fascia tissue, which holds energy, which holds consciousness. And it teaches how to restack the skeletal structure to be able to be in its authentic pattern, because we have a specific design as a human of how our body should stack. So due to poor posture and being on the phone all the time, all kinds of things. I was in a car accident. Had injuries in the womb when I was born. I'm reversing injury from when I was in the womb plus life. And my body started to cave in, and as a protection measure, trauma and things like that also. So when I went to Mexico and learned this technique, that's when my clairaudience turned on, when I began receiving vocal messages and also being able to hold conversations. That's the work I do as a medical intuitive. I channel with people, so I share with them the messages I hear about their life and their body, just like I do with myself. And ever since 2019, when I learned this technique, it turned the energy centers on in my body in a way that I feel every stuck spot, like super hyper aware. And not only that, but I channeled the techniques to open up my fascia tissue, which is realigning my skeletal structure. It's very powerful. A lot of people have Kundalini awakenings because we're clearing out stuck energy. And I work on myself every single day to help myself not be in chronic pain, and it's working. And when I first started, I was very stuck. I could barely, when I bend over, I could barely put my fingertips past my knees, and now I can lay them flat on the floor with my legs almost straight. And my shoulders were so bent forward, and this one still is some. This one's better. I'm still working on this one. That when I would do this to move my arms around backwards, it would get stuck right here. And then in my rib cages in the back, it would be like terrible stuck. And this side too. So I want to show you what I can do now. And I'm showing you this because consistency is the key to healing everything. That's what I believe. Consistently. Like, yes, there are moments of rest, moments to integrate, but consistency is the drive to remove pain and disease from the body. And I've been detoxing heavily for years now, giving myself breaks, of course, clearing out parasites, mucus, heavy metals, unbelievable stuff that I've done so far to help my consciousness be in alignment with the peace I am creating in my body. So check this out. I just realized I could do this maybe like a month ago. So I have like stretchy bands I used to stretch with. All the way around and then back around. Like, I can still feel a little bit of crunchy in here, but so much clearer. My Kundalini activates and then goes back down so beautifully now. And these things are cheap. I got a pack of 3 of them on Amazon, and I use them to stretch and all kinds of things. And I love finding these little tools to help myself because I'm also regenerating my hands and my wrist. I had double wrist surgery. I have a lot of tendon issues, a lot of radiating pain. This hand started to close up on me. I've been working to open it up because the tendons are so tight in my fingers. And all we have to do is create the space to give ourselves attention to do what it is we need to do to move out of spaces that don't feel good. Just like with people, places, and things, this body is the 0 point of gravitational magnetic pull of consciousness. And so I like to share what I do in my life, and I do all kinds of things that I don't even show online. But I hope to inspire people to get proactive about your life, what you want to achieve, and because you are a co-creator in this experience, and we don't have to stay in pain. We don't have to stay in suffering. we can create a different reality so that we can meet the desires that we feel within ourselves, and it's very powerful. So one more time, just because it's so good. And then back around. Like, there's these little things are huge celebrations in the flow of Kundalini, because the Kundalini flow is the flow of the chi of the body, the chakras, whatever you want to call it. That's the energy field of the organs and how they're functioning. So if you've got stagnancy and stuck heat in organs, it's going to cause you to feel heavy. And that's when cellular mutations can set in. Disease happens because of dehydration, because of the cellular structure becomes acidic and starts to calcify. And we need to regenerate our cells so that we have good oxygen in there. And one of the ways to do it is respiratory aerobic exercising. And that includes breath work. It doesn't even mean you have to get out of bed. Give your body food. And food is the breath. I love you.